Good evening. Welcome to our second in a series of 20-minute bedtime yoga. I'm going to start this evening in a nice standing position. So we're just going to work all of the muscles in our body just to ease any tension from the body. So as we get into bed this evening, we're going to feel nice and soft and relaxed. So just standing with the feet just about hip distance apart. Bring your hands into prayer just for a moment. Soften or close the eyes. And let's just take a few moments to connect with the breath. So taking a nice deep breath in and a long exhalation. Deep breath in and exhale. And we'll do that one more time. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow the eyes to softly flicker open and we'll release the hands down by the sides. As you inhale, float the arms up and overhead. Just allow a little bit of weight to go into the heels. Engage the tummy muscles and stretch those arms all the way up to the ceiling. Find length through the spine, find length in the sides of the body. And as you exhale, just release the arms down. Imagine they're just floating through water, so a little bit of resistance as the arms come down. Let's do that again, but as we come up onto the toes. So inhaling up, coming up onto toes, reaching the fingertips up, gently engaging the tummy. And as you exhale, floating those arms through the water, dropping the heels back down to the ground. Lovely. Keep the heels on the floor this time. Inhale, rising the arms up. Lift out of the spine first. Put a gentle engagement into your tummy and just see if you can gently lean backwards. Opening up through the front of the body. This time as you exhale, fold all the way forwards. Put a nice bend into your knees. Imagine you're bringing the thighs, your chest onto the thighs, and allow the crown of the head to soften down towards the ground. I'm going to just turn sideways for a moment here so you can see me. So I almost look like a little ski jumper. I've got a lovely big bend into my knees. My arms are relaxed down over the front. I'm nodding and shaking the head, releasing any tension in the back of the body. Lovely. On an inhalation, rise the arms all the way back up, bending through those legs, gently arching back. And as you exhale, very slowly folding forward, keep the engagement of your tummy, protecting your lower back. Lovely bend into the knees, slow movement. Allow your hands just to gently release down towards the ground. Nod and shake the head, take the gaze between your knees or close the eyes. And we'll do that again. So inhaling, rising all the way up. Gently arching back. And exhale, bring your hands back to prayer for a moment. Beautiful. Okay, again, we're going to inhale the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Find length through the sides of the body here. Breathe in nice and deeply. As you exhale, drop the left hand down to your thigh and gently reach across to the left. Belly in to protect the lower back. Maybe taking your gaze up towards your hands. Breathe in nice and deeply here. Find that space down the right side of the body. On your next inhalation, hugging that tummy in, bring the left hand up to meet the right. Take both arms back upwards. Lovely. Have a nice long exhalation here. As you inhale this time, reach up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, right hand comes down onto the right thigh and we gently lean across. Gentle engagement of the tummy muscles, tailbone ever so slightly tucked under. Find length between each of the ribs on the left side and take a deep breath in. Maybe taking the gaze up towards your left hand. Lovely. On the next inhalation, float the right arm up to meet the left and come all the way back up to center and exhale, gently release the arms down. Give those shoulders a lovely big circle round to the front and then back and down. Just doing that a few times and then rotating around the other way, releasing off any tension that you might be holding into the shoulders. Lovely. We're just going to do some half sun salutations today, just to really release the body off. We're going to be working with the breath here to start to calm the mind down. So if the mind is feeling busy, you might notice that after these few rounds of sun salutations, everything just seems a little bit calmer and clearer. So standing with the feet together this time, if that's comfortable for you. I'm going to inhale, take the arms out to the side and up and overhead, taking the gaze upwards. A little bit of weight into the heels and the tummy is gently engaged. As you exhale, float forwards, a little swan dive forward with a little bend into the knees and lower the forehead down towards the ground. As you inhale, slide the hands up toward your thighs or your calves, straighten the legs, lift up with a nice flat back and bring the shoulders back into the sockets. You've got a nice long spine and you're gently engaging your tummy muscles. As you exhale, fold all the way down again. A little bend into the knees, coming into that ski jumper position if that feels nice. On an inhalation, rise the arms out to the side, up and overhead. And exhale, the hands come to prayer in front of the heart. Just take a moment to pause, notice how you're feeling. How does your breath feel? How does your body feel? Let's do that again. Inhale, rise the arms out to the side, up and overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, folding forwards all the way into your forward fold. Relax the crown of the head. Allow the shoulders and the upper back to be melting down towards the mat, releasing any pressure in the back of the body. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to the shins or the thighs, lift up with a nice flat back, taking the gaze softly forwards, straighten the legs. Exhale, folding down, bend the knees if you'd like to. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, up and overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Lovely, let's go again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight legs, straight back, tummy engaged. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Last round. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Feel all that tension just melting away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Soften or close the eyes. Press the thumbs into the heart space. Lift the heart space up to the thumbs. Shoulders are relaxed. And again, just notice that pause. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your breath feels. Lovely. Softly flicker open the eyes. Rise the arms up and out to the side. Overhead and exhale. Fold all the way down. As we come here, put a nice bend into the knees and then walk the feet backwards. Coming into a gentle downward dog. We're not going to be here for long. You can always come down onto your knees and take child's pose if you prefer. So just pedaling out the feet in your really gentle downward dog today. Just lengthen out through the back of the legs, lengthen out through the back of the spine. Lovely. Come up onto your toes, put a nice big bend into the knees and shoot the hips up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the spine and then press the heels down towards the ground. Hug the tummy in, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, float the knees down to the ground. Coming into your tabletop position. So untuck the toes here, stack the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Do a few rounds of the cat-cow. So as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling, keep the tummy engaged, lift the chest through the arms and take the gaze upwards. As you exhale, rock that tailbone right the way underneath, hugging the tummy in, chin to the chest. Lovely, inhale. Lifting the gaze forwards and exhale, rock under. Do that one more time, inhaling up and exhaling, softly releasing. Lovely, come back to a nice neutral spine. Walk the hands in towards your knees. And we're just going to gently sit back and extend the legs out in front of us. So take your time with this transition. Okay, take both legs out in front of you. The right leg comes off of the mat at about a 45-degree angle to your body. And we're going to bring the left foot to the inner thigh. Now, if you're finding that your knee is quite high up here and it feels a little tense into the hips, just grab a pillow and place something underneath there just to give yourself a little bit of support. Okay, sit up nice and tall out of the spine. Bring the right hand, the back of the hand goes onto the inside of the leg. Finding length in that spine and keep the right leg nice and active so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling and exhale, floating that right arm down the inner edge of your right leg, coming into a little lateral stretch. If this is too much for the shoulder, you can just rise the arm up the side of the body, or you can take the arm all the way up and overhead. Maybe take the gaze up to the top of your left hand, trying to keep the chest shining towards the front of the room. Taking the gaze upwards, deep breath in, and lovely long exhalations. One last time, inhale deeply, bring the arm all the way up, and as you exhale, plant the left hand on the ground behind you. On your next inhalation, we're going to rise the right arm up toward the ceiling, lifting the hips and taking the arm all the way over the body so you find length from the fingertips of your right hand to the toes of the right hand. Deep breath in, stretch out through the right side of the body, and as you exhale, gently lower the hips down, lower the arm down, and we'll swap the legs over. So the left leg goes out to that 45-degree angle, and the right leg comes to the inner thigh. Back of the left hand comes onto the inner thigh of your left leg. Left leg is nice and active, toes up towards the ceiling. Spine is nice and tall. As you inhale, float the right arm all the way up and over. As you exhale, gently twisting the chest forwards, taking your gaze up towards the hand and sliding that left arm to the inner edge. Doesn't matter how far you go here. If you look at Instagram, the ladies are almost laying down on their legs here. What's important is whether you can feel the stretch up the right side of your body here. Just spend a few more moments here, and again, if the shoulder's feeling tight, just glide the hand upwards. Or maybe bring the fingertips to the shoulder. You don't need to go right the way over. Make sure that both buttocks are on the ground. You're just softly pressing the chest forward, gaze going upwards. Lovely. On the next inhalation, rise the arm all the way up and plant the right hand on the ground about a foot behind you. Point the left toes away. On a big inhalation, lift the left arm all the way up and over. Find that length through the left fingertips to the left toe, lifting the hips up, breathing in, and as you exhale, gently, gently release. And we'll bring the left leg in to meet the right, coming into a comfortable seated position. Okay, inhale the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, take the right hand to the left knee, the left arm comes behind, turn the chest to the side and gently take your gaze either to the side of the room or maybe turn to look over your left shoulder. So we've got a lovely spinal twist going on here, really detoxifying for the body. Nice and calming for the central nervous system. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, gently twist. Lovely. Inhale, both arms all the way back up. Reach those fingertips up. As you exhale, twist around to the right. So left hand coming onto the right knee. Turning the chest to face the side of the room. The right hand is behind, just using it as a little prop behind you. There's not a lot of weight in there. And the gaze is either to the side of the room, or if it's comfortable for your neck, looking over your right shoulder. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, gently, gently twist. On the next inhalation, float the arms all the way up. And exhale, release the hands onto your knees. Lovely. Let's just work out the neck a little bit. Return to face over your right shoulder without moving the shoulders. As you inhale, come back to centre. And as you exhale, turn to face over your left shoulder. Finding all those lovely stretches in the neck. Inhale back to centre. Really slow, conscious movements here. Exhale to the right. Back to centre, and last time around to the left. Inhale back to centre, drop the chin to the chest, find length in the back of the neck here. Keep that spine nice and tall. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, just drop any tension from the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders, the top of the back. Just stay there for a few breaths. Release all of that tension. Lovely. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the head back to centre. Extend the legs out in front of you. Keep the knees bent for a moment. Just bring your hands onto the front of the knees. We're going to gently lower all the way down onto our back. So you can use your hands just to support you slightly. Okay, extend the left leg out in front of you and hug the right knee in towards your chest. Give it a nice little squeeze here. You might like to have your bolster or your blanket to the side. Extend the right arm out to the side in a lovely big T shape and hold on to the right knee with your left hand. Breathe in nice and deeply. And as you exhale, drop that right knee across the left side of the body. Coming into that little spinal twist. You might like to turn your gaze to the right side. And maybe just allowing the foot or the knee to rest onto the bolster. And just take a few moments to release off the whole of the spine. Allow any tension that's built up in the body just to softly be released. Find the opening into your chest. And just taking some deep breaths in here. It's really nice to close your eyes in this pose. And just be aware of any sensations that you can feel throughout the body. Lovely. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale. And on the next inhalation, gently engage the tummy muscles in. Bring the knee back to centre. Give it a nice little hug. And we'll bring the left knee in to meet the right. Just give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Slide the right leg all the way out along the mat. And if you use the bolster and would like to do the same on this side, just change the side so it's onto the right side of the body. Extend the left arm out to the side. Breathe in nice and deeply. And as you exhale, twist the left leg across to the right. Just allowing the foot or the knee to connect with the bolster or the cushion. Maybe turning to face your left hand. And just bringing awareness to the left side of the body. All of the sensations that you can feel there. Deep breaths in. And deep breaths out. Staying for a few more breaths. And on your next inhalation, engage the tummy muscles. Bring the knee back to centre and slide the left leg out along the mat. So you've made your way into final Shavasana. Taking the feet nice and wide apart. Arms are away from the body, palms facing upwards. Just take a few moments here to consciously release, relax and rest your body. Now I will be closing the class, but if you'd like to stay here in Shavasana, please continue to stay here. Consciously allowing your body to feel heavy and supported on the ground. Preparing your body and your mind for bed, for a good night's sleep. Lovely. So thank you so much for joining me today. You can stay in Shavasana, or you can softly bring the knees one and then the other in towards the chest. Rolling onto the right hand side of the body, pressing yourself up to seated. Bring your hands to heart, gently bow the head. Om Shanti. Namaste.